One of my favorite actors is really making a name for herself in the horror genre. This time she's stepping into my favorite subgenre in horror, which made this a no-brainer for me to want to check out. Folks, let's jump into the review of the new film, In Our Blood. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing the new film In Our Blood, which makes its world premiere this year at Fantasia Festival 2024. And you already know it is in the noir category. We're talking horror today. Now, Brittany O'Grady, she's a phenomenal actor. She has an amazing voice. If you may have seen her really come into stardom coming from the series Star, and then she bounced back with another project, Little Voices, which was on Little Voice, which was on Apple TV Plus. And since then, she's just been continuing to work. I mean, the White Lotus, I'm calling everything little. It's What's Inside, just coming off of that this year, and then now this project. And then she's joined by some other notable names: E.J. Bonilla, Alanna Ubach, and Krisha Fairchild, just to name a few here. I should also name Stephen Klein. But nonetheless, yeah, Brittany is our lead here. She plays the character Emily Whalen, who reunites with a estranged mother for a documentary. Now, let's just stop right there. My favorite subgenre in horror is, by all means, found footage. I mean, it's just something about the found footage elements that just makes everything so much more easy to either invest in, like to really either relate in, invest in, or just ultimately like attach. Like one way or another, you're locked in, because I think it's just because of how it's shot, just because most of the time they have lower budgets. And ultimately, another thing I like about found footage is 9 times out of 10, they're using like castmates or members or just the cast of a lot of folks that you don't know their names, which they may not be like the most popular, or there may be like a particular casting that you just assume that that person is just protected because of their stardom. It's just something about found footage horror. And I mean, I would go in there and say, yes, all of the paranormal activities. I mean, yeah, you can go to Blair Witch. I get it. You can even go to Cloverfield if you want, just to name a few here. But yeah, that's by all means. When I see a found footage, I'm like, yeah, I already know what time it is. It's just, I don't know. It's just something for me, how I just connect with these films. Like I'm automatically invested into them, and it doesn't matter how good or how bad the plot is. It's just, it keeps you guessing, because I think you have to almost be like in the seat of the film, because you're seeing it by how it's shot. You know, you're not getting a well-rounded picture at times. You're kind of getting these, horse blinders going through a hall or wherever it may be. Nonetheless, let's get back on track here. Again, Emily Whalen reunites with estranged mother for a documentary. When her mother disappears, Emily and her cinematographer, Danny, pursues clues to her whereabouts amidst traces of her past addictions. So there's a lot to kind of really make with this. First things first is that Emily mother, Sam, who's played by Alanna, is they don't have the best of relationship. She does not call her mom, she's Sam. And they work it out in terms of understanding, a lot of Sam's wrongdoings and mistreatment, and why Emily left, and why Sam is in the state that she is. So they come back to try to make things right. It is not easy at all. But while they do make progress, and they also get her to be able to participate in this documentary, moment after that, she's gone. And that brings a lot of crazy things happening in this town, okay? I believe the town's in New Mexico, but nonetheless, it's shot in New Mexico. But yeah, a lot of things starts getting kind of crazy in this town. People are acting crazy. People have, their thoughts about Sam. Other people are missing, and so on. So, the entire time you're just kind of, at the edge of your seat, wondering like, what else crazy can happen in this town? And yeah, they do not let you down on that note. Starting off with the production of the film, because it is a found footage film, documentary style, however you want to call it. I think it's an opportunity always for the cinematographer of the film to really show off. So like there's some really dope shots in this film. Because the fact that they're shooting a documentary and they're trying to get B-roll and they're giving like, all this scenic action. Well, that's still the cinematographer doing the work. So yeah, there's a lot of good shots in this film that you can just sit back and really enjoy, and both in light and in dark. So like they really do work it out. And then obviously because of having to operate the camera in a way of a found footage film, that you're getting all the jerk actions, you're getting all the very realistic movements that you want, that really engages you with the character cinematographer and Danny. Now, second thing, which I don't know if I have said this about a film in a very, very long time in a review, maybe after the fact or maybe just in some sidebar conversation, the editing in this film is very evidently great off the break. Like you see some really good transitions. You see a lot of the editing process and maneuvers pretty early in this film that you had a hint that the editing was going to be good. But ultimately, by the entirety of the film, they really worked their magic because they use the documentary that they're filming. They also go back into some of their recordings in what they're filming to reference back like conversations or moments or just anything. So like the fact that like they like really tie that into like the process of making the film, but also while like doing the actual film In Our Blood, like they really did that very well. I was like super like this is impressive. It didn't feel it felt very natural about how they were doing that. And I thought that was like definitely should be noticed. So like the editing, the cinematography, the production in general was good. Like, and then got to talk about the acting here. Again, I've already praised the cast in its entirety, but like I know what to expect from Brittany. Brittany, who again has a very majestic voice, like at any given time you kind of want her to sing, but she doesn't sing in this. But as your lead here, and again, she's really been making her way in the horror genre, so there's so much respect for her in the lead role here that I'm going to stick a pin in that for right now. I'm going to talk about her a little bit later more. EJ comes in and easily becomes the character that you keep your eyes on, because all of EJ's reactions with the character Danny are so legit, so authentic, to the point that you're kind of like, yeah, I will probably be saying and doing exactly the same thing. So I really did enjoy his work. I gotta say, Alanna, who is Sam, who is the addict mother, who is struggling with some things and also trying to reconcile with her daughter, you really buy into everything that she's enduring. You buy into the emotional toll that has taken over her, plus the mystery that's behind her, both before she goes missing, and I'll just say that for now. And then I'm just going to say that Krisha, who plays Anna, listen, the moment Anna comes on screen, she's your favorite character. She's badass, and she doesn't play, and she totes a shotgun, and she knows how to use it there. So there is that. So yeah, there's a lot of coke things happening in this town, so be prepared for that. And there's some moments that you're gonna probably be like, yo, what is happening? Like there's a particular moment, I think it's about like 45 minutes within the film. I'm just gonna say it's when Emily is running out of a bar. It just is like, what is happening right now? So the film continues to keep you guessing to the point that when the twist comes about, damn near at the end of the film, I was nowhere near on track or where this was going to be, where this film was going to land. I had no clue. They did such a good job in making the twist work effectively. What makes you want to rethink everything that you've seen or thought previously in the film. So they really executed the twist in this film. And I just really didn't see it coming. But I will say this though, the title of the film definitely helps you a little bit there. So just kind of put that put that one in there for right now. Now, the one thing I wasn't really buying into the film was, I think there was like, I had some issues with like the ending entirely, because there was definitely some things that I thought could have played out a little different with the twist. Like the twist itself was good, but like there was things that probably could have been done a little different. I really wish I could talk about it, but I don't want to spoil it for you all. But there was definitely some developments that I thought could have just been done a little different. Let's just say A, B, C, D. I'm thinking that it could have probably won a little bit of like A, C, D, B, something like of that sort, you know? And it still really is sitting on me pretty heavily. Like, why didn't it go that way? But for what it's worth, I gotta say that I'm really invested into In Our Blood, to the point that like I'm thinking like I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more from Out of This World, and that's okay, because the film itself lets you know that they absolutely have more plans in this film. And I am all on board with Brittany being the lead. She's so fantastic in this, and I think that the more they kind of grow this into a franchise, the more and more she can grow into this character, the more and more that they can really dive into things. Listen, the blood budget in this, I'm pretty sure, was pretty expensive, and I would love to see them double that, because if you're gonna add a sequel, you always got to do it bigger and better. And the first thing I would want to start off with is with the blood. You know, there's a lot of blood in this. People are wearing some blood, blood in random places, bloods on random animals. There's blood a lot of places in this. It gotta be within our blood, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, if you're going to do anything else with this franchise, I'm telling you right here, we need more blood, like much, much more blood. And I think they might be trying to give you a little hint of that. So listen, for what it's worth, stay all the way through on this one, because there's a little bit of an indication that they might want to do more. There are more players in the game here. There's more people sitting at the table that we just haven't been able to turn the camera around on. They may give you just a little hint of that. But I enjoyed this film. This was definitely a super entertaining film. They really, from production to acting to the plot to even leaving you wanting more, I thought they did a really good job in a lot of these notes. Again, my only thing that I had a hard time with was just really some of the just how once the twist was introduced, just like some of the reasoning behind some of the things, like some of the actions. So like, you know, when you start to buy into these characters, you start to think like you've seen a sort of a track record how some of these characters are like going about things, and then when they do something that's kind of out of the norm, you're kind of like, well, why would they do that? And there's something I really want to say, but I'm not. But all I'm gonna say is I definitely had a little issue with some of the decisions that were kind of made. One big decision that was kind of made towards the end. But check it out, In Our Blood. It makes its world premiere this year at Fantasia Festival 2024. Once you check this one out, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, stick around for more reviews here at Big Old Belt Media very soon.